Just within the last 5 minutes, we are getting word about a Mexican national who has died while in ICE custody in Clayton County, Georgia. We're reading through a news release that was first issued in Spanish. We've just been able to translate it, and within the last couple minutes, we are getting this information. This gentleman died at the Robert A. Deyton Detention Facility. It is a migrant processing center located in Lovejoy, Georgia. My producer, Gabby Nunez, is helping me read through this release. And Gabby, at first glance, it looks like, do we have a cause of death here? Have they said?
Hi, everyone. So it doesn't look like there's a cause of death yet, but it is Mexico investigating why this death happened. So the unfortunate reality is that there has been obviously an increase in immigration detention in Georgia. And this particular detention center is not really talked about. We normally hear about the one in South Georgia and Stewart because it's larger. So this is a smaller detention center. Why this person may have been detained, we do not know. But in Georgia, 11 Alive News actually did an investigative series, realizing that low criminal offenses were enough to hold at least a couple hundred people. There are right now a lot of organizations that are associated with 287G, which is the collaboration with federal immigration officials. And off the top of my head, I don't believe any of the Clayton County organizations are part of it. So we do know that it must have most likely been immigration federal officials, agents, who likely detained this person. This release came from the Mexican consulate here in Georgia, which is actually not far from our station. So we probably could get more answers later on today. I do want to point out there's already been about 4 or 5 deaths, according to ICE data. This year alone, we're only 2 weeks into 2026. This may be the first one that we're hearing now here in Georgia. Last year, in 2025, there were about 30 deaths in the state. So we're learning a lot. This one alone, the fact that the consulate is demanding answers, which the consulate has largely been cooperative when it came to any criminal offenders in any immigration detention facilities. Dan, I don't know what to tell you. Just reading it off the top of my head, it sounds like the consulate is trying to kind of walk a fine line while asking for accountability. Hopefully we know more later today. I for sure know that we're going to be asking questions all day.
But you're saying of the 30 or so in custody deaths that we know about last year and the other few that we've already seen this year, we don't always get a release from a consulate like we have this morning.
No, this is actually kind of a unique scenario. And in Georgia, we have had a few deaths. Some people have died by suicide. Others, there are lawsuits right now happening here in Georgia for maltreatment in ICE detention facilities. A lot of them concern the Stewart Detention Center. I'm not quite sure. I'll have to dig a little deeper to see if this one in particular has any lawsuits against them as well, because again, it is smaller. Yeah. But the fact that we don't have any sort of information, normally ICE does release some sort of either a press release or an alert notifying people of a death. They are tracking deaths in detention, but we're getting it from a consulate. We're hearing it from them first. And It does seem like this death is already recorded in the database. So hopefully it looks like they're investigating what happened. We don't know what happened to this person individually. Once we get a name, I'm sure we'll learn more.
Again, it happened 2 days ago. Gabby, thank you for helping us unpack that. Again, all this happening within the last 5-10 minutes. She's done a lot of work with our Investigates team on this very issue. That's the release that we've been referring to, that one in Spanish. We just helped you translate it and make sense of it in English. And again, we'll be following that throughout the next hour here on 11 Alive Plus.